everyone, welcome to FQwentuhan. This is Rose Fausto, your FQ mom. Today we're going to talk about that career advice called Follow Your Passion. I hope you guys have read my article entitled, Is the career advice Follow Your Passion a good one? And today I'm very happy because my guest is none other than my favorite, Bunsoy, Anton Fausto! Woo! Hello, Bebing Anton.
Hello.
So you greet our viewers first.
Hello everyone, good morning, afternoon, or evening.
Whatever time
whenever
you're
you're
watching this. Yes, and you might notice that we are turno.
That's right.
Yeah, tell us about the shirt, Anton.
This is the shirt that they gave all the VIP guests during the WOD finals. Here you can
What
see
is
the back.
WOD? You have to say.
WOD is the World of Dance competition we're in.
Okay, Mama will be the
There
one
you go.
to model. Okay.
WOD
say
finals. It's the World of Dance finals. It's a dance competition that my org, the Company of Ateneo Dancers, competed in last July 22 in Pasadena.
Yes, and because Anton is a member of the Company of the Ateneo Dancers, obviously one of his passions is
Dancing.
dancing. So Anton, have you read the article?
Yes, of course.
So what do you think of this career advice, follow your passion?
I think that it's actually a good advice because it's different from, I think it's sort of evolved from the advice you would get before. An example would be how people choose their careers based on what is going to give them the most money.
Yes.
So that's a good thing because that's one of the most important things in a job. But then
One
if
of
you-
the, no?
one
Not
of the.
the, okay.
But if you work your whole life just towards money, then it's not going to be as meaningful to you.
Yeah. Okay, so, before kasi, siguro during our time, the career advice was basically study hard, get good grades, and get a good job.
Sorry.
So now, it's not really the grades, di ba? I mean, in school, and I think a lot of employers there are not just looking at the grades now, but please still do your best to get a good grade,
Of course.
to get good grades. So that's what I always tell you, right, honey? So anyway, getting into extracurricular activities would actually give you clues, no? Help you explore what you really are gifted with. Tell us how your love for dancing started.
Yeah, that's right. Because I really believe that not all the learning happen inside the classroom. Although you learn lots of things in the classroom, how to deal with other people, how to work in a group, all those things. There are other skills that you really get to learn outside the classroom. For example, I started dancing back in grade school because I'd always follow what's in Dikong and Kuya Marty do. And one summer, Dikong joined this dance for the church, so I joined him.
Yeah.
And in there, I just discovered that I really like dancing. I like the feeling of dancing.
What
I
grade
like
were you in? Do you remember?
it was the summer before grade 6.
All right.
So I was like 11, I think.
Yes.
So it's like I discovered it. It's not just the dancing I love. I love music also.
Yes.
I love performing in front of people, and it's like all those things. They just culminated in dancing.
Yeah, and tell them that Martin and Enrique were already in their high school dance groups at that time, and of course in Ateneo there was no dance team in the grade school, right?
Yeah. There was just a dance club once a week, but it wasn't.
It wasn't enough for him.
Yeah.
So what did you do?
So, along with our neighbors and other batchmates who I knew liked dancing too, I would like gather us all together during recess and lunch, and then we'd practice breakdance moves. Even if there's no music, it's like let's practice our moves. And we formed a dance group called Influx.
Influx, yeah.
I got that from a thesaurus. It means like a sudden flow, sudden burst of.
And that is what you feel. When
That's
you
what I
are
feel. That's what I feel
dancing?
when I dance.
Okay.
And from that group, I looked for avenue because I really wanted to perform.
Yeah.
So I even talked to teachers to get us dance for the class night.
And who was your funder for your uniform?
Oh, Papa sponsored our team shirt. It had our
You
names
still
in the
have
back.
that shirt?
Yeah.
You should keep that.
Yeah,
huh?
I will.
That's going to be a very important souvenir. So you formed Influx, and then when you finally, so you were entering grade 6, you said, no?
Yeah, yeah.
So that went on for grade 6 and grade 7.
Until now. Tuloy na yun. When I joined high school, I joined INDAC.
Yes, and you were actually the head of the
I was the
team.
org head in 4th year.
INDAC stands for?
Indayag ng Atenista Kabataan.
Indayag.
It's the dance team of the Ateneo High School.
Yeah.
And then when I went to college, I joined CADS in 1st year, Company of Ateneo Dancers. They're the ones who competed in the World Finals.
In the World Finals, and you ranked?
We ranked 7th
out
of 37, 38, something like that.
Worldwide. All right. So, follow your passion. What do you think can go wrong with that career advice if it is taken too literally and maybe out of context? Because Steve Jobs had this really great commencement speech before. I was really moved by that, and I'm a really big fan of Steve Jobs' presentation skills. So, Anton, in your perspective, in your 20-year-old perspective, tell us what could go wrong with just taking this follow your passion literally.
I think what can go wrong is first the understanding of it, because people might think that passion is just what you like doing.
Which is really, di ba, passion?
Yeah, it's what you like doing, but then it doesn't just stop there.
Yeah, it should not.
Especially if you choose a career, because career that's like real life choice. It's not just a hobby. If you go into a career just because you like doing it, what if you stop liking it? Because example, before dancing I like playing badminton, but of course when I like playing the guitar, and
people also.
Yeah. But when I joined dancing, it's like, oh, I like this one more.
Yes.
And from dancing, when I entered college, I got into hosting, I got into radio. So I discovered these things because of what I like doing. But not necessarily dancing only, because dancing has many aspects to it. It has performing, it has telling a story, communicating with others, which I found as well in hosting and in radio. So I think that when you say follow your passion, it's correct to follow your passion, but that's not necessarily the end goal.
Yeah.
You don't really want to look for a job and hopefully it's something that you like, so that it's not hassle, so that you won't be tamad to get up every day and do your job. I think it's a constant learning process, just based on my experience nga. Kasi if not for dancing, I don't think I would have gained this confidence to be able to host events, to go on the radio every now and then. Yeah, those things.
Yeah. And when we say kasi passion, the dictionary defines it as a really strong emotion. And when we use something that is very unstable as our career guide, medyo mahirap yun, di ba? In fact, let me tell you about this. I read in 80,000hours.org that there was a survey in Canada among 500 students, and they tried to find out what their passion was. And I think like 90% wanted.
Yeah.
Their passion was in the arts, sports, etc., etc. And then only 3% of the jobs are in those fields. So if we just keep on harping, follow your passion to our children, then we are really setting them up for unemployment, diba? Labo naman nun. So really, when we say the danger of follow your passion is that you might be so, parang matatunnel vision ka, na ito lang, ay wala, hindi yan dancing, hindi ko yung papatulan. It's not a job for me, parang ganon.
I think it's a reaction to how before you had tunnel vision only to what your parents wanted.
Yes,
so
correct.
Now that this is new trend of being able to do what you want, that's the only thing you want. Kasi malamang parents force these jobs on their kids because that's what they believe is good for them. I mean, it's not that you would force your child to be a doctor or something like just for you. I mean, of course it's because if they're a doctor, they're going to be able to provide for themselves, for their families.
That's what they know. That's what they're familiar
with.
Kasi nung araw, Anton, that the parents, usually the father was always the mentor of the children. So if your father was a farmer, chances are you would become a farmer. Ganon yung turuan nun wala pang formal schooling. But then we had to evolve, thousands of years happened, and ito na nga, no? So pumunta naman tayo, we swung to the extreme na follow your passion. Masyado. So, balik natin ng konti. And then,
it has to be a balance.
Yes, it has to be a balance. What do you love doing and what you're good at, diba? And then there's also this element of being able to help others, being able to serve people. So, in your case, kasi, syempre, magpapaka-stage mother na ako. Anton is already earning on the side as an events host.
Yes.
So, he has hosted proms and debuts and other school programs. So, what do you think? Are you fulfilling? What world need? Kasi ang world need naman po, hindi naman kailangan masyadong mala Mother Teresa na you feed the hungry. Not all. Because we all are differently gifted. So, God is also calling us to do different things. So, in your case, honey?
Well, I just what's it called? Through my dancing and hosting and
Yes.
everything, I just found that I love being happy and I love seeing other people happy, especially if it's because of me. So, example,
He's our clown at home.
example, like a simple joke, and then that's gonna lighten up someone's mood. I think that already helps them in some way, because even if it's a very vague thing, I'm not really giving anything concrete. Like example, feeding the hungry. I'm not actually giving food, but then I think that through what I do, which is, if you perform, if you host, you get people together.
Yes.
And I think that in this day, kasi, with all the social media and everything, even if everyone knows it's not a new thing. Like even if everyone's connected, they're not really connected personally anymore. So I think that through what I do, even if what I'm focusing on, syempre, is becoming a better dancer, better performer, better host, you get to, through your focusing on what you choose to be passionate about, you will help other people, because you don't know that there can be other people that you're inspiring that they want to be a host also, but then they're shy, and then they see this guy, this young guy who's getting to do it also. So indirectly you're getting to help other people as well. And I think that helping other people is really your own way of solving the world's problems.
Yeah, making people happy. There's always a hunger for
a need for happiness.
happiness. Okay, so it's ultimately finding your purpose, no? The best career advice din siguro is that it will culminate in your purpose. It's just that you don't know it instantly. Mahaba-habang proseso yan. So Anton, we will, this is all that we have, the time that we have for today. So I'd like you parents to really revisit that follow your purpose, so that it will not be setting up our children to have a hard time finding their first job, siguro, no?
Yeah.
And siguro one of the things that you can do also para hindi masyado magtagal is what we do when you graduate.
You cut the financial bill coupon.
Do you think that's unfair?
It's sad, but it's fair. Very unfortunate.
It's unfortunate. No, it's not unfortunate, ha. As long as you're prepared for it.
Yeah.
Wag naman yung on the graduation day sabihin mo na lang, di ba? That's the unfair. That's the unfair treatment.
But sure, who doesn't like free money, though?
So Anton, let's end this segment with you giving your message to the parents, maybe, and your co-20 or something year old.
Well, first of all, I think that it's with all this career talk, I think it's very important to, everything that my mom's been teaching all the time is to know how to handle your money. Because it sort of lessens the load, lessens the pressure of finding a job where you're sure you're going to earn. Because many jobs, you don't really earn that much instantly.
Yes.
So I think that when you talk about finding the purpose in your life, it's really the intersection of these three things. What you love to do, that's what you really put your heart and your mind to. You choose to love that thing. Next, what you're good at, because if you want to be relevant, if you want to be at the top of your game, then you have to be confident in your skill set. And third, what the world needs. So there are countless of problems and needs the world has. So if you find the one that intersects the things that you love to do and what you're good at, then I really think that's where you're going to make the most meaning out of your life and be able to impact the most on other people.
Woohoo! Thank you very much, honey. And with that, please join me in wishing them
Cheers to high
FQ. Woohoo!